So we're back. Welcome to part 2 of the episode on vulnerability. And so we're here, and I'm looking at Angie, looking very comfortable.
I had to warm up my tootsies because they did get cold. So just saying. And here I am.
Yes, because
Fully vulnerable.
fully vulnerable. Yeah. And I told them, if you're cold, grab a blanket.
That's right.
Put a sweatshirt on because the heat is off.
The heat is off. Heat is off. Back in the day, the heat is on. No, the heat is off. Okay, yes, the heat is off in my house too. Not for nothing.
Same. Layer up.
So
put a hoodie on.
Yeah, you cold? Put a sweatshirt on.
Yeah.
That's right.
Your feet hurt? Put some socks on. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah,
Yep.
and these bills, not for nothing. It's ridiculous. No,
It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I thank God that we have solar because from my friends that I've heard, their electric bill, $1,200. $1,200 for 1 month.
Oh, all right.
Like, that's crazy.
yeah.
That's the amount of what used to be a mortgage payment. And that's your electric bill?
Yeah, that is a lot. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. Agreed.
So-
Anywho. So Christian has some questions for us for this second part of episode.
Vulnerability.
Yeah, the episode on vulnerability. So we don't know what the questions are.
So, when talking about vulnerability, obviously, how and, well, I guess if you guys have hidden your struggles or whatever from between you three, why do you think, I guess, women hide their struggles or hide their vulnerability from those closest to them?
Is it okay if I start?
Yeah.
Good.
So, back in 2014, I left my then husband. And I did not disclose this to my girls. And I know I didn't do it because I felt at that time as a failure. I had what seemed and looked like a picture perfect home, right? Husband, 2 children, whatever. Other things
Contact info for my husband.
came about. Yep, that there's my current husband. Other things were happening that, as we were raised, Cape Verdean women, you don't speak about what's happening inside of the home. So it came as a shock to a lot of people. And I didn't want to say anything until I was situated, because at that time, I didn't know how to ask for help. And at that time, I felt that I had to be strong. And in order to seem and look as I was strong and handling my business, was to do it and get my shit together without the 2 of you knowing what I was going through. So I did that to the point where I got my apartment a month later. All new furniture, everything brand new. And I invited them over, and I lied. I'm not a liar. I can't lie with worth a good goddamn, right? My girls tell me, Mommy, stop it right now. Like, we know. I said, I know, whatever. But I said that I was like watching a house or an apartment, whatever. And I invited them over. And that was my way, just to get them there, to then disclose everything that I had gone through and Now I'm in a new space and I'm good. And Lindsay specifically said, of course, this is what you would do.
Yeah.
Like, you aren't going to say anything while you're in the thick of things, right? You're only going to get through it and then say something. So, yeah, that was one part.
Why do you think that you didn't say anything to us? Like, where we would be able to help you. Like, we could help you move. We could help you. Like, there were things that we could have done, you know, to assist you, but you still didn't ask us to help. And I think that hurt. That bothers us, that, you know, you wouldn't ask us to help you
Oh.
because we would want to help you.
I did not want the two of you to see me fail. So that's why I waited until I was situated and I had a place, and it was a good place. It was, you know, nice, and I made sure that my girls did not feel the effect of going from a 2-parent home to a 1-parent home. And I never realized or thought how it would affect you.
And I think I asked that question because that's what I wanted to hear you say it, so you could bring it up, that not wanting to feel, that theme of that's exactly how I feel, like, or why people tend, or I tend to hide if I am struggling, because I don't want to seem like I'm not doing something right or failing. I'm failing at either anything that I'm struggling with, whether it be my mental health. Like, you don't want to
Expose yourself.
yeah, you don't want to expose
right?
yourself or
Yeah.
share that you're struggling. And because you feel like, even though you're not failing, but you feel like, what's wrong with me?
Yes.
Like, why am I not, either whether it be, why am I not happy? Why am I not,
Okay.
you know,
with
why am
what's
I not
happening.
okay with my life? I should be
Yep.
happy. What's wrong with me that, you know, that I'm the only one struggling? And you know you're not, but I think it's easy when you're like, I think when someone else is in it, you're like receptive to helping. Like, this is what you should do. You should have all the resources. But when it comes to yourself, you don't really remember all the things, all the tools that you need to use, because you're just like, you're worried about everybody else's perception of you.
And I think you don't want to bother
Yes.
people with
Yes.
The burden.
with
right?
yeah
The
with
burden.
the burden and putting
Yeah.
that load on them, and
Yeah.
and so you're thinking about, okay,
You're thinking
about
them.
the judgment.
Yep.
You're thinking about, I don't want to put this all on them,
Yep.
and then for them to feel a certain way or
Yep.
feel obligated. Not that that would be the case,
Right.
but that's
Right.
how you feel. And so you're already assuming, and you know what they say,
Yes.
When you
When you
assume,
assume.
you make an ass out of you and me.
right? And so we're putting more pressure, you know, and more load on ourselves, because now you're projecting, okay, are they gonna think this way about me? Am I gonna put too much on them? Are they going to be there, or are they gonna be there because they feel like they have to, or there because
Yeah.
they really want to?
Yeah.
And so there are so many different, it's just so
Aspects of it,
complex,
Yes. Yes.
you know,
And
and so that's how, you know, I would feel about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I think, reflecting back, it was not that the two of you did not have the capacity of it, right? It was at a time where I have the oldest children, right? And my youngest was young. She was 10. You were at her birthday party. How could I put that on you with your 4 children, your husband, and everything that you were going through, and they were way younger. It was you. You
But
were
see
going
how
through
see
so
how
much.
I just explained that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
And you're-
exactly what you. Yep.
That's exactly what I just talked
Yeah.
about, and you're saying, how could I put that on you?
Yep.
Yes.
But you don't know if Lindsay
Right.
could have handled it or not. And that's what we tend to do.
Right.
Yeah.
I think as women, as mothers, as caregivers,
We don't want to bother
you know,
others, right?
I think we project and we assume
Yes.
without giving the benefit of the doubt to that person that we want to talk to and let
Right.
them make that decision.
Yeah.
I
Agreed.
think that's a
Yeah.
difficult decision, you know, as an individual, as a woman, to say, okay, this is what I'm going through, or this is what I want to share, and be vulnerable to
At that point, yeah.
talk to that person and let that person decide if they're able to take that on or if they want to be there.
Right.
And, you know, and that's like on the other side. So if I'm going to you with all of this, but you're not in a place that you can handle that, right? How do we communicate that to that person? Like, say, you know, I might be in a place in my life that honestly I can't take on anything else, right? But you're my friend, you're my,
Right.
you know,
My
a very important
confidant.
person
Yeah.
in my life. How do we, and I'm asking this question,
Yeah.
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 how do we tell that person we can't do that without feeling a certain way? I don't know.
Well,
Because
Yeah.
that's
know?
the part.
I don't know. How do you?
In the last episode we spoke about, right? Where we're trying to find balance of when to say no and when we have to say, I got to do this for me, right? I think that lends a hand in that aspect. It's different, but the same. Because it's about, like, me, for example, me coming to you, not truly knowing whether you have the toolbox, the capacity at that time to assist me. How are you going to react to that? Because now I feel like I'm putting pressure on you.
But you don't know. But see, that's the thing.
Right.
How do we, you know, like, how are we able to communicate that? I want to know if someone's coming to me, I have a hard time saying no.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. Boundaries.
Yeah.
Yes.
Putting up the boundaries.
I
of
do.
I'd like to help you, but right now I
have
don't.
so
Your
much
cup
on
is
my-
full.
Yes.
We talk about that all the time
Uh-huh.
about we take on all these tasks and sometimes, you know, it's not fulfilling because you're
No.
just being pulled too many ways and saying no and having, you know, setting boundaries for yourself, because ultimately it's about your mental health and keeping yourself
Sane.
sane,
Yeah.
happy,
And I'm
and
finding
not
it
stressed.
a little easier for me to say no, or I can't do this because A, B, and C. And I feel like it's easier for me to say that to people that I may just have a more of a working relationship
Yep.
with
Yep.
versus,
The people that you love. And that was what
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had stated. Like, it's very easy for me to say no for the outside world, shall I say, right? It has taken me a long time to say no to the people that are closer to me.
and it should
'Cause
really
I-
be, it should be easier.
It should be
Yeah.
easier because they know you. And if you're saying no, then it's coming from a genuine place.
Right.
And it's coming from a place like, you know what? At this time, I
My
can't
cup is
give
full.
you,
Like,
and I can't give you everything. And that's what you want to do, is give me everything, right? So why is it so difficult?
I don't know. And that's a question I'm just putting out there because,
Yeah.
I mean, when the three of us, if I can't do something, I feel very comfortable
Yeah.
to tell
Right,
you
right.
no.
Yeah.
It's
And
easy.
Yes.
I know
yeah.
Yep.
you know.
Yep.
Or yeah, we're not.
You know,
I can't
might
do that.
I might hear about it for a couple
Yeah.
of 3,
Yeah.
4 years.
No, just
No,
just
don't
a
stop it
little
right
bit.
now. Because we all know this July, my behind is with her
Oh, the Cape Verdean parade.
No.
the entire time. But yeah, no, on a serious note, it is.
Yeah, so I mean,
we're comfortable, so and we trust each other, and we know each other. But it's like a point where we don't want to fail each other.
I don't feel like that.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I don't feel like that.
I can say no to you guys.
Me
or
too.
I am very comfortable expressing it. Like,
Yeah.
that's not gonna. I'm not comfortable with that or whatever.
Yep.
I think it's more like the outside, like you said, taking on too many tasks.
Yeah.
And,
Yes.
and then feeling the guilt of it, like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm not gonna be able to help, or I feel bad. Or rearranging your schedule. Excuse hold.
Sorry,
Mom, you always turn the water.
gotta wash them dishes as soon as it gets done.
What is she doing?
Does she realize that we are recording right now? You know.
She said it's real life. It is. It's real life.
right
Okay.
now.
Just like I said, God bless you. Just like we had to check to make sure Zoe went out. It is what it is.
We all got that though, right?
Okay. It is.
I looked. I didn't. I was just like,
And I'm watching her face like,
I'm like, is that water?
I said, ugh. Yep.
like, what is she doing?
Yep. She got to rinse her cup. No, shush, nothing.
All
But
right.
yeah. So on to the next.
Yeah.
Flow.
Okay. What were we talking about?
Fog
Brain.
away.
Yes. And getting rid of the guilt of feeling
Yes.
like and feeling bad that we can't. I don't know, because sometimes we feel like we're like these superhuman people or super women that have to be this, do that, and everything has to be in order. Like, oh, your home has to be in order, your work has to be in order, you're volunteering and all this stuff, things that you are involved in has to be in order, and it's overwhelming sometimes. Like you said,
It is.
we're being pulled in many, many directions.
Are we recording?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
We're being pulled in different directions, and it's stressful.
It is extremely stressful.
Yeah, and and that's happening, and on top of that, life is happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so there are so many good things. We're not here just
Yeah.
Yes.
there's so many good things,
think
but
it's
then
the
it's
balance.
the balance.
The balance.
Yes.
It's a juggling act. We're constantly juggling. We're constantly.
On the back is like,
I know it's not.
I mean, we might as well just bring her on in. Please hold. Come on over.
Not yet.
Yeah.
It's like we have an audience, live audience.
Live audience. I mean,
Yeah.
You're like, yeah.
talk about.
you want to say who's in the background?
Yes.
Yeah, we
yes.
could.
Go ahead.
All
Say
right.
like, who's it?
It's,
Yes. So we have
No. A very
mom. We have my mom in the background here.
my
We all-
second mom.
Yes. And so she's just yeah.
She's taking it all in, making a lot of noise, and
Washing dishes.
Got to make sure that glass got cleaned in the moment.
Yeah.
And she's been here
Cheering
with
us
all of
on.
us. You
Yeah.
know, she's lived many in almost all of our aspects, because she's bared witness to our relationship, right? And she's bared witness to the fact that I always strived to have that relationship with my mother the way that the two of you have. Because that's ultimately what I've always wanted, right? And she's seen me very vulnerable. She's advised me. And she has been one of my biggest cheerleaders in my entire life. She has. That there's being vulnerable, right? Is accepting not only feedback or criticism, but accepting the love outside of the people that you think is supposed to, right? And she did that for me. She's always given me love, and I love her to the nth degree, and I will do whatever it takes to care and protect her, and so will my husband.
Yeah. Family.
That is right. Familia.
Yes, family. That's what we do.
That is what we do.
You just want to hop in?
No, not today.
You may not hear her, but what she said was, not today, so she will be coming back in another episode. We don't know when, but it will happen. And she is very wise and insightful and kind and so loving, so loving.
You deserve it.
Thank you. Thank you.
And that's the Angie and Celia show.
That was fun.
Whatever. We have such a tight connection. It's
okay.
I get to have the relationship that I've always wanted to have with my own mother, with your mother,
Oh, good.
Great.
Yeah.
right? And
love it.
I don't think I steal her from you. I don't know.
I'm fine with it.
More than fine with it.
The more the merrier.
Yeah. It's all love.
Yeah, it is. But yeah, just to get back to on track.
She won't be here but later when she's not invited, just saying.
What? Christian, just delete all of that because I'm like,
Not all.
What we're talking about.
I'm all over the place right now
we're
because
going, but
The end. The
I'm
end.
gonna leave, and then you girls can do your thing.
I just got so like,
I'm confused.
I love you.
yeah, did you? All right.
I love you. I love
I
you.
love you.
Thank you.
I love you. I remember you all like this, just this, well, maybe this hard. This hard?
Yeah.
All right. Good night.
Love you.
Love you, my.
Okay, love you. Joe might be there. Yeah, I'll put one.
Thank you again for the food.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it was delicious.
So you're gonna delete all that, right?
Not all of it.
Not all of it, but like when I was like, "Where are we?" Confused
Yeah.
because it was like
Yeah,
too.
sure, totally.
No, seriously,
Oh, he's gonna use that as bloopers.
that's fine.
It's all staying in.
I
Blooper.
felt very.
1, 2,
I didn't
3.
know what we would. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, I need to.
Keep order here.
Keep order. Wait, where's Mrs. Gordon? Stop her right now.
All right, getting back on track from.
Wait. Are we starting right now, or
No,
could I
yeah,
get another
it's
drink?
all on right now.
Oh.
Getting back from Mimi, how would you say your vulnerability with each other has shaped your other relationships?
Wow.
Sheesh.
So that's very heavy.
I think for me, it's shaped my other relationships with my close girlfriends from our sisterhood, like from when we were kids, you know, like trusting girls, complimenting each other, being able to talk to each other, because that's how,
Yeah.
for me, anyways, how our sister friendship started.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and being able to be comfortable with each other and respect each other. And so many things that I learned from you two, as far as being a good friend and, you know, and being honest and respectful and genuine, and being there for the good and the bad, and cheering, you know, cheering each other on, and not being envious and not, you know, when something good happens to one of us,
It's happening
Yeah.
to all of us.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I think from that, it's helped me in my other relationships with my close friends.
Yep. I'm definitely going to piggyback off of that because I know that I have always felt safe with you. You know, and I say you as
Yeah,
the both
yeah.
of you. And when you just said about friendships and having that confidence, right?
Yeah.
To do what you're doing in your friendship, I feel that a part of me led it into my career. And having that comfortability, having that solid understanding of the safety helped me to create relationships with students, with colleagues, with random people in the elevator. Okay? Because you gave me what I needed. You know? And it fed into, after getting the blinds taken off, what I needed in a relationship with a significant other.
For me, I think you guys have made me a better wife, a better mother, because I have a perspective that maybe like relationships, like not obviously my parents didn't, have a great relationship, so it wasn't like I was brought up in a family that was mother and father at home. So I think that I just saw a different, a different perspective, like with your relationships and seeing something different, and then learning from all those experiences that we either you shared with me and we kind of went through it together. So I and being a mother, like your experiences and passing on that wisdom and letting, maybe this is a way to go. Like when we talk about different things about stages in our children's lives, you've gone through this, or maybe you're going through something different, or I'm going through something different. We share and have those conversations, and then it just makes me better, because then I'm like, oh, well, I didn't think of it that way.
Right.
Like I didn't see it through that lens, but you've shown me a different lens. Like maybe if
Same.
I try communicating in this way, and it make me, and then it just makes me a better
it's funny
person
that-
overall.
You say
Right.
that just the other night we were having the conversation when the girls were talking about, okay, everything that they're bringing on the trip, and you're like, yeah, Elena packed a white skirt,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, so did Maddie.
Yeah.
And you're like, but I told her to take it out because of whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, tell her to put it back in, you know.
You're right.
And but if we bounce things, small things like
Small
that.
things matter.
Right. And then Elena was
Yeah.
like, thank God for Tanya, because that way I can bring my skirt. And if I want to wear the skirt, like something so simple. But then I think about something that we did. We had the book club and we did love languages. And we
Yes.
learned each other's partners'
Love
love
language,
language.
yes.
And to hear it from
Right,
a
yeah.
different perspective, like I was like, okay, Tanya's love language was something that that's not my love language. But then we heard a different perspective and I was like, oh. And then we heard from our husbands, and then it was like, oh, they were so different. But to hear how everybody loves
Right.
differently,
Yes.
so that's why I say you guys made me a better wife, because then I can appreciate it and be better at speaking my husband's love language.
Makes a lot of
love that.
sense. Yeah, I do too. I
Yeah,
love
but
that.
we wouldn't have that experience unless we did that book club. And
Right.
How much fun was that?
That we have to
Do it
try to
again.
start
And
back
be
up.
intentional about doing things
Being
that make us
intentional.
happy.
Yes.
Like
that brings us joy. We
Right.
always talk about joy.
Joy.
And be intentional about.
And there's
doing
like
that.
there's so much good,
Yeah.
there's so much good. But people say, oh, why am I complaining? Or I shouldn't be complaining. And it's not even about complaining, but we validate it. If you're not having a good day or something pissed you off that day, that's okay.
Yeah.
Yes. I
You
think
know?
that we're accepting of all of our ups and downs within any distinctive season that we're having. Regardless of if we're ready to share at that moment or not, you are still accepting. And I do, again, want to state that I do apologize because I didn't see it at that time.
No, but
That
you
I was,
wouldn't see
I
it.
was
Yeah.
hurting you.
Because
you
that's
know?
what I was saying
Yeah.
earlier.
I
that
just- yeah.
you didn't want to, you were thinking about us,
Yeah.
and I don't want to put that burden on them.
Yes.
And that's where, as
And
I don't
we're
know what that
grown
is, our
now.
makeup,
We've changed. Yep.
that we need to kind of step back
Yeah.
and not make that decision for that
Right.
person.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you'll figure out who's going to be there for you. People
will.
show you who they are really
yes.
quick. And that's
And
everyone.
believe
that's
it
friends.
the first time.
That's friends. That's family.
Yes,
people
it
that you
is.
know that you can rely on. But what I've learned through life is I can't expect me from other people. Like I can't expect
Wait,
that
say it
people.
again.
I
Say it
can't
again.
expect me from other people.
Yes.
I know what I would do in that situation, and I say I would do this, this, and this, but I can't expect other people to act exactly the way I do.
Correct.
And maybe that's all that they can give, and that's okay. And I have to learn to accept that.
Yeah. Very, very true.
Yep.
And I'll say it again, and when I say we, just everyone in general, just give grace to.
Yes.
Never forget that.
Right.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Because
We
you-
don't know what's going on in someone's life.
Yeah.
We don't know what they're going through or
You don't.
anything. You
Or
know?
what's happening within that one day.
Yeah.
And that's why I think, I do talk to the person in the elevator to shine a little kindness. Because we don't know.
Yeah.
Being kind to someone goes a long way. Like, not for nothing, the best compliment that I could ever receive is from someone saying that my children are kind. Because it's so real. It's so like, if my girls are kind, then I did my job.
Yeah. Looks like Christian might have another question.
Next question. What role does vulnerability play in healing or the healing process, whatever that may be?
think we've kind of talked about that a little bit, and kind of what we just talked about, you know, as far as like when, you know, not assuming, let's try not to project. Ask that question again.
Well, I think that what
I
the
need to hear
question
it
is
again, though.
stating is
Can you ask it one more time, Christian? Sorry.
right now. Being vulnerable right now. How does that change things?
What role does vulnerability have in your healing process? Whether that be
Healing process.
and however you interpret healing process, whether that be trauma or any type of thing. How does that incorporate?
So that again is a very heavy question.
Yeah.
When you're healing through things that happen to you without you asking for it to be done or wanting it, but it happened, and you're working through it, or you got through it, being vulnerable about that aspect is presenting yourself naked. You know, you have absolutely nothing to hide behind. You're showing all of you. And it takes a lot. And it takes you being strong. It takes you believing in yourself, which someone definitely put that in place. I say that for myself.
Okay.
Because it's a lot. It's heavy.
Yeah,
It's real.
I mean, I think I have to kind of sit on that question a little bit,
Yeah.
and really think about that. And so I honestly don't feel comfortable right now talking about that, because that's something I would really have to kind of think a little more about. How about you, Lindsay?
Yeah, it's a heavy question. I don't know. Yeah.
It's heavy.
Yeah.
It is very
So-
heavy.
Fine, kind of going not a step further, but somewhat in a different direction. What's the line between being vulnerable and being like oversharing? How can you find that line? Is it about who you're with, the context, anything like that?
I never overshare. I feel like,
Oh.
I mean,
Yep,
within this
Within
space,
us, yeah, that's different.
Yeah, there's
But-
So
different
with people,
boundaries, yeah.
you know, that
Let-
are
let's
in
think
my
about it.
circles, but
Yep, let's-
Okay, so in talking about vulnerability, what would you guys say you need to work on when opening up, or are you overcoming anything insecurity-wise?
I like the second half better.
yeah,
Right? Yeah.
yeah, we'll go
So-
with that.
What are we opening ourselves up to?
I've always, I mean, for me, and I think you both know this, I love the beach. Like, I love being at the beach. But I have issues with bathing suits.
For no reason whatsoever. Because her body is bomb.
No.
It is. Trust me,
Thank
it
you.
is.
But and and you guys wear that bikini, wear that.
Yes, yes.
I know, and I don't know what it is. I do. I'll wear like a 2-piece, but
tankini.
I do wear.
Where she has the body to wear
No,
a
but thank you.
bikini.
And
like
for
for
me,
real.
but that's like
a lot.
I'm vulnerable in that area. And this summer,
Are you gonna wear a bikini?
I'm gonna try to get there.
Not try. Do.
Yes.
We will do it.
Yeah.
We'll do it.
All right.
And it doesn't have to be a thong bikini to start,
Yeah. No, it's not.
Baby steps.
right? So we could do a full
Okay.
bikini. And if you don't want it around here, that's good with us, right? We'll go other places.
Okay.
But yeah. Like,
Yeah.
Girl.
No, that was. I answered the question.
you answered the question. This woman
What's
right
your-
here,
what's
she won't hold. She had 2 babies, okay? Naturally delivered. Her body, stop it right now. Stop it right now.
Thank you, but now
Bomb.
I'm feeling vulnerable. and I'm comfortable.
I will wear a bikini right with you.
Okay. I know you will, and I know you will.
I will.
Mm-hmm.
I will.
Definitely. I think
How about you?
clothing wise,
Well, it could be that just came to because I don't know, summer,
yeah.
warm weather.
Well, so I'm thinking on the same
Okay.
lens. It's about shorts for me. Here's why. I have no calves. I wish I did, but I don't. And, you know, it is what it is, right? God gave me
Yeah.
this body. And I know exactly why I have this body. It used to be a joke back in the day. It's a little different now. So I'll say it.
I'm
Just
like,
so
what are
us
you?
know.
I know,
I'm
me
like,
too.
where is
I'm
this
like,
story
yeah.
going? I was
So
like, I'm
when my mother was having me, I was born at home. And I was coming out feet first. And my grandmother, my father, sperm donor, his mother was a midwife in Cape Verde. So she was there and she was present, and she pushed me back in so that I would turn around and come out the right way.
first.
Yep. And yeah.
Oh my
and,
gosh, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah. And this was on Willis Street, right here in New Bedford. And that it happened, and I did turn around, and I came out, and I always said that, yeah, I didn't get no calves because she pushed me back in, and it all went to my ass. But now my ass ain't quite there anymore, so it's a little.
like,
It feels a little funny to say that story because back in the day, I had it solid.
Hey, but it's all about vulnerability today,
Yeah.
so there you go.
So yeah, I'll definitely wear.
actually gonna rock a bikini
There you
this
go.
summer.
Hell yeah.
Awesome.
Lindsay?
Yeah, I'll wear a bikini.
All right, but
What's your
my
vulnerability?
Oh, I think just I don't know. There's many I can think of. As I go through getting older, my hair thinning. That's a insecurity of mine. Gray hair.
Girl.
The grays, they're coming in very prominently in certain spots, like, especially over here on the sides and then in the part. It's just that. And I'm not ready to go gray. I know some women are, and that's great, but just stuff like that.
Yeah,
like I said,
I'm not
the
ready to
thinning
go
of
gray.
the hair.
Yeah, I'm not either.
No, I go every 5 weeks to get.
I'm
Yeah.
on a
colored.
6-week session,
I was, and now I'm at 5 weeks.
5
Yeah.
weeks.
Yeah.
but I think
It's
like
about-
I highlighted so I got all the blonde, so that helps a little bit.
it does. When my hair was short, having it blonde to get rid of the grays, that
Yeah.
worked.
But unfortunately, grays happen everywhere.
Everywhere.
The grays happen everywhere you have hair. Just so you know. Okay. So like my eyebrows, not for nothing. Yep, I got grays, and that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
If you know, you know.
Yes.
And then you struggle with like the body image of
Oh,
like
God, yeah.
what you feel like certain parts of your body that you don't like. But I'm not gonna stop myself from
Yeah.
wearing what I want to wear. I feel like we only have this one life, and one day I'm gonna look back. Like I look back on. I look at when we were young
kids.
and we went to Martha's Vineyard.
Oh, my
and I was
God.
so self-conscious, and I'm like, girl, what? I don't even understand
Show
why
that
you didn't
shit.
wear a thong.
Right.
Like you look at the pictures and you're like, oh, I thought I was fat.
Yep.
Like, oh my
Yep.
goodness, it's crazy.
It is so crazy because
I
I
was
do
so
the same.
insecure. Oh my goodness, no.
I was like, oh, I was fat.
Where?
No. There was no fat.
Yeah.
It was all in your head.
Yeah.
And that was what? Insecurity. Right?
Yeah.
At that age and everything we're going through then and all of that. But no, I'm definitely going to rock a real bikini this summer.
Woo woo! Can I take a picture?
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah.
She said, yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably a no.
I'll still rock my takinis too. But
Yeah, you can save those for different days.
Now, I'm weird like this. I don't know if it's just me. Like bikinis, do you wear them like with your kids? Or do you, you wear a tankini, but would you wear like the 2-piece? Would you rock it with the family?
a takini is a
No,
two-piece.
I mean like the bikini. The bikini that
Okay,
you're gonna
well,
wear.
talk
A
about the
tankini.
bikini.
Like a
Like a real
real
bikini.
Not a tankini where your belly
Yeah.
is covered. I'm talking about like your
Right.
stomach is
the
exposed.
tankini that has a quarter inch of
Yeah.
your belly showing. Stop it right
I
now.
guess
don't
it
know if it
depends on
makes-
the style of the bikini.
Yeah, not a thong. Just a
Yeah, then I
regular-
think,
okay.
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I think have I? I don't know if I get weird like that.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe I don't know because when I'm with my kids, I'm like mom, so I get like the mom bathing suit. Like I don't know if it's maybe it's just me. It could just be me in my head. See, like
Yeah, I don't think there's
like I wear a full piece.
I don't.
Or
like a
I don't-
one piece.
A one piece, yeah.
No, I say go for
Did
your
I say? I'm trying to think if I wear a
bikini.
two-piece.
I don't.
And honestly, I
Well-
don't even think the kids will.
No, I don't think so either. But I don't know if, like I
Shit,
said,
I know for a fact my
the
girls would
mom
be
in
like,
me is
yes,
like,
Yeah, no, I get.
yes,
what you're
mommy,
Yeah.
you go, you get it.
saying.
yeah.
You know, but I also have 2 girls, right? That are
Yeah, I'm gonna wear. Yeah,
They're
I think,
gonna rock a bikini.
I think I'm
Yeah.
gonna. I think I will feel if I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it, and I would feel comfortable wearing it in front of my kids. Yeah.
Just ask me.
No, I know that's a good question.
I mean, shit.
I guess I'll let you know because
Yeah,
Yeah, when you're on vacation.
my girls have seen all my kibble and bits, not for nothing. So, like, let's be real.
you gotta love Angie.
So,
yeah,
Gotcha.
bikini, yeah.
All right.
you know.
Shoot,
so-
we went to Puerto Rico for Malo's 21st birthday last year. I did not. No, I didn't rock a bikini. I wasn't in the headspace because I was not in a good space. not knowing where I would land job wise. So that's what happened. However, my girls, they rock their shit.
Yeah.
And you know them. They are my cheerleaders. And they're like, no, mommy, like, put that on. What are you doing? Like, stop trying to dress like an old lady. I'm like, the hell? I'm not dressed like an old lady. I'm dressing trendy for my age. I'm trying to figure that out. I don't know if you are, but I'm in a space where I'm not sure if my attire is,
Age appropriate?
yeah.
You need to go to Celia's boutique.
I go to Celia.
I know you
But
do.
do you
do.
believe that fashion is fashion is for
I
everyone?
do.
I believe
I
like you should be able to wear
anything and everything.
some. Yeah,
Mm,
you should be able to rock what you want to rock.
no, I won't. No, I went to the Mary J concert. You better stop it right now.
What? People should be able to
Stop
wear what
it
they want.
right now. They had the fishnets.
I like fishnets.
Yeah, with a suit jacket, and that's it.
That probably look cute.
I probably did.
No,
It's just not your style. I think it's not your style.
Not an earbud.
A long blazer
No, I think
with like
that-
cute little booty boot.
It was not booty boots.
I think
Some had
high
like
boots. I think that would look
high
cute.
boots, but the blazer was just not long enough, so that
kibbles and bits.
yeah, was definitely showing. So I was like, damn, I didn't get the memo. So
I think for me, like when it comes to fashion, I feel like you need to feel good
Yes.
in it.
Yes.
And if you feel good in it
yeah.
and you're 100% comfortable,
wait,
it doesn't mean that
You would feel
I
comfortable.
would feel comfortable or
Right.
I would wear it,
okay.
right?
Yeah.
But
But you also have spoken to me about seasonal clothing, right? Like I should not wear a quote unquote summer dress in the winter
right.
with added garments.
So like if a sundress in the middle of December, no. But you could
what if the sundress was with a blazer or a sweater or something? No.
instead of wearing a sundress, I would just buy that same style dress but in like for the season.
Because it's like the colors, or is it the cut?
I think it's the fabric. Like if you know, so if you want to wear a mini dress for something in December instead of wearing a little spaghetti strap sundress that's super light,
Yep.
you could get a heavier
Style it.
material,
Yep.
heavier fabric, same length with whatever you want to accompany it with, the jacket, the accessories or whatever. But that it's just in that season, but it can still have the same look.
Okay.
So that's what I just feel like if you feel comfortable in the outfit and you're 100% comfortable,
All good.
in my opinion,
I agree.
because it's something I may be like, I wouldn't wear that, or I may not feel comfortable in it. But if that person
Yeah.
does, then, because I may wear something that people are like, what is she wearing? Or
Yeah.
any of us, you know? And again, I think that goes back to when we talked about vulnerability, feeling comfortable in
Yeah.
your skin, and not or trying to kind of let that stuff go, because the more and more, if you keep thinking about what are people gonna
The
think, or are
outside
they gonna
noise
think
of
like,
what
does this
people
look
do.
There's
cute,
always
or-
going to be outside noise, no?
There is.
So,
And
it is what it is.
if you feel good in it and you're comfortable,
Wear it.
wear it.
Where? Yep. Well,
And that's how I will
I mean,
do
please.
this summer with the bikini.
Yeah.
If I feel comfortable in
Right.
it, it will be a bikini.
Thank you.
It just depends on which one I feel comfortable.
Yeah,
that's okay.
I get you.
Maybe we'll do a little, like we'll go shopping and
Oh, good God Almighty!
do a little. Oh yeah, you
shopping,
don't like
shopping with them. Stop it right now.
You can go on the journey with us.
Yeah.
I'll be on the outside. But
Okay.
I will celebrate you and be right there with you with your bikini.